we're going to be talking about how to turn fractions into percentages. Let's look at this whole bar. This whole bar is worth 100%. If we split this whole bar into 4 equal parts and we look at the shaded part, we have 1/4, you can see here, of the whole bar. What percent of the 100% fits into that size piece? Well, I can think of it a couple of different ways. I can guess and check and try 20%. If I put 20% into this box, then since they're fair-sized pieces, each piece would have to have the same percentage. So 20% in this fourth, and 20% in this fourth, and 20% in this fourth. It should total 100% when I'm finished. If I look here, I notice that 20% and 20 more percent makes 40, 60, 80%. Oops, I have not put in enough. I can continue adding percentages on. I know that I have 20 more percent to still share, so I can put 5 more percent in each box, and I'll have used up the whole 100%. This is the guess and check method to determine the fraction, the percentage value of the fraction. So 1/4, let's see, 20%, 40%, 60%, 80%, 90%, 100% here. 1/4 would be just this one section shaded. That would be 25%. If you don't want to use the guess and check method, and you want to decide how much percentage is 1/4 is worth, you can take the 100% and split it equally into each of the groups. So you'll be splitting it into 4 groups. Well, 100 divided by 4 is 25. So each fourth is worth 25%. If I have 2/4, that's saying this fourth and this fourth. Now I'll have 50% because I'll have 1/4 twice, which will make 25% twice, which is 2/4 would be worth 50%. I can turn these percentages into decimals a number of ways. One way is to take the percent means out of 100 and write the fraction out of 100. 25% means 25 out of 100. The way we write that in decimals is by writing the tenths place and the hundredths place. Right after the decimal is the tenths place and then the hundredths place. So if I have 25 hundredths, I have 2 tenths and 5 hundredths, or 25 hundredths. And that's how we write the decimal. That's one way of determining the decimal for 25%. Another way is to think about this whole, but instead of thinking about it in percentage, thinking about it in decimals. 1 whole in decimals would be 1 whole dollar. If 1 whole dollar is being split into the 4 groups evenly, how many coins would fit into each fourth? Well, 25 cents or a quarter would fit into each fourth. So 2/4 would be worth 50 cents or 50 hundredths, and it would be written like this. 50 hundredths, what is worth 1/2 or 2/4? What is 3/4 worth?